Last year, the management of our plant decided to improve the processes in production to optimize the operation of equipment. We are engaged in production of pharmaceuticals in Nizhny Novgorod, and we have been working on the pharmaceutical market for more than 20 years. We use different pharmaceutical equipment that meets the requirements and standards of GMP for the production of products. At a general meeting on the development of production, the leading engineer of the analytical laboratory proposed to update the analytical and laboratory equipment. Using analytical equipment, monitor moisture level readings, melting time, transparency, dissolution, hardness parameters, thickness, viscosity. He suggested choosing a modern centrifuge with automatic regulation of rotation speed. The engineer advised me to turn first to the manufacturers of the equipment. They provide warranty service, drawings, operation manuals, and installation of manufactured equipment. I followed his advice. I chose one company in Italy, which produces pharmaceutical equipment, went to their website, and wrote a letter, in which I indicated the desired parameters and features of the machine. I didn't specify a particular centrifuge. I wanted to see what they could offer me. 1 week later I got the answer that they don't produce the centrifuge, but they can develop and produce it, if the customer wants, by the end of the next year. It was too long for us, so I decided to look for equipment from other manufacturers. I found a company on the internet from Russia, which produces centrifuges and other laboratory equipment. I called them and asked whether they had a centrifuge for mixing solutions. They replied that they have such a machine. The manager asked for my phone number and said she would call me back in the evening, when she checked with her facility engineer about the capabilities of the automated equipment. However, she did not call in the evening. I contacted them the next day. The manager said that she had passed the request on to the design department, and that she would contact me when she got an answer. This seems strange to me. When do I wait for an answer? How long to wait for an answer? Not a business-like approach to the customer. After a series of failures, I gave up looking for an analyzer on my own. Then I remembered that at the Forum of Producers of Equipment for the Pharmaceutical Industry in Moscow, I met a specialist who was engaged in selection and supply of laboratory equipment for the production of drugs. I found his business card, and before contacting him I decided to check whether he really specializes in the supply of equipment for the pharmaceutical industry. In order to do this I found his website and thoroughly studied the information on it. I liked that the website was up to date, with video clips of the equipment and lots of contacts for communication. I also noticed that the website had been around since 2009. The company has been on the equipment market for a long time, and this is a good reason to say that they were successful. I called the manager. He said he remembered me and was happy to hear from me again. I told him that I was looking for a modern centrifuge with simple automatic controls. He suggested a machine option that was popular with customers and proven in production. I agreed to consider it. The manager sent me the passport and the instruction manual of the equipment by email. He also offered to perform a turnkey delivery. I liked the recommended variant of the equipment, and I agreed it with the management. A week later we signed a contract for supply of a centrifuge for mixing solutions, and 20 days after signing the contract my manager called me and told me that the equipment was ready and would be delivered in a week. The equipment, as I wanted, was with automatic controls. The lab engineer and I were pleased with the centrifuge that was offered. I realized that I had made the right choice of a specialist to supply the equipment. Real professionals pay attention to details, and I was lucky to find such a person when choosing the equipment.